and the crowd. I like fighting in the ring. I really like the ring a lot because I feel like the
Mhm.
ring it makes you fight. You can't just hold somebody on it like a cage. So you find out real quick in like a ring who really wants to be there, who really wants to fight. So I love violent fights. It's definitely one of my favorite promotions I fought for. So
No, man. Let's get it. Check, check, check. The places at the time is now. You are tuned into the lunch table. You got your boy Savo in the building. And I'm joined with the special guest, Mr. One Hitter Quitter, Mr. First Round Knockout himself, Mr. Main Event of Island Fights. Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
it's Cam Teague, local fighter in the Gulf Coast. People know me. They know how I fight. They know what they get, and they got it in the main event this past Saturday in Mobile, Alabama, where I'm from, and it was a good fight, good comeback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and start from the top, man. You say you're from Mobile. Let's speak about your background and your upbringing, bro. Of course, where you're from and what brought you to fighter.
Just typical stuff growing up. Uh, I got in trouble a lot for fighting and stuff, and once I got older, I just hopped into it. When I was like about 19, I started training here in Mobile at one of the local gyms, and it's got me to this far so far, and it wasn't really too much like reason for me to fight, more just boredom, and I just happened to be pretty decent at it.
That's what's up. Can you explain your fighting style?
Pressure in your face, kill or be killed. Uh, a finish will happen. I very rarely go to decisions, so I am definitely a people's fighter for the crowd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like you just said, more than likely a finish will happen. For that reason, a lot of fighters they're strategic with their fights, with their record. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, I guess, prestigious or more appealing to the next level. You may say, but in your opinion, do people avoid you?
What's up?
Do people avoid fighting you?
This past one it was pretty hard to get a fight. Sometimes they do. You always find somebody's game enough. It was hard to get somebody to come fight me this time around. But Cody Fister, UFC vet, those guys are about it. So he showed up. It was just my night. But sometimes it can be hard.
That's what's up, man. Let's speak about your personal record so far. What's your record?
10-2.
10-2. Who has been your hardest opponent so far?
Um, the one I beat, I would say probably Austin Lingo. The guy I lost to, Kevin Vallejos, is probably the best. I mean, it speaks for itself. He's top five, top eight in the UFC right now in featherweight. And then the hardest hitter, obviously, is Douglas. That was a tough one, but I still believe I can compete with those guys. Those guys are really good, and every time they win, it doesn't look too bad for me. So hopefully, with this win here, more opportunities open up for myself, and it looks
Mhm.
like they already are. So I'm excited to meet new challenges.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking about your recent fight, you already mentioned, man, this he has UFC experience, and you went into the fight, I would say, with objective disadvantages. You would say you newer, you had the lesser fights, and you had the lesser reach. So people were coming initially. People were going to the fight saying you had certain disadvantages, but take me through what you thought about the fight and the preparation for the fight. And did you feel as if you had any disadvantage, or did you feel as if he was just another score on the board?
UFC vet and stuff is pressure. I've been training down in Orlando at Fusion XL with other fighters that are currently in the UFC.
Mhm.
So I was well prepared for the fight, and a lot of guys after a loss will try to fight. Maybe somebody easy, somebody they know they can beat. So uh, it was a I think it's a good statement that I just went out and I fought a guy that has been fighting since I was in middle school, high school, and was in the UFC and somewhere I'm trying to get into. So not I even the score now I'm 2-2 technically against UFC guys. So I just say my preparation for them was good, and I've clearly improved a lot since my last fight. 'Cause you're only as good as your last fight.
For sure, for sure. And of course, you're damn near box office already, but just on the reality of things, of course, you mentioned that you do have a loss on your record. You have received some sort of blemish. In your opinion, what's the best way to deal with the loss?
Uh, I wouldn't say to hop right back into a fight. I took a little bit of time off, and I had to make adjustments. I had to find somewhere else where I'm the nail, not the hammer. And down at Fusion XL, I'm definitely one of the nails in the gym. So it forces you to get better. So you definitely just have to find new ways to train, fix your mistakes, and I felt like I fixed a lot of them in the short amount of time that since my last loss. It took about 6 months before I got another fight. Which the first time I lost, I kind of got back probably quicker than most, only 2 months. But obviously this time it was pretty more devastating, so I had to take a little more time off to fix the brain or whatever. I don't want to become susceptible to those kind of
So,
hits your career. So I just had to take a little more time off, and here
oh,
comes up with a new opportunity soon.
all right, all right. Give it a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? I think the signal got a little choppy. Just want to see how smooth and fluid your side is looking before I ask the next question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But on your end, can you still hear me? Okay.
I hear you fine. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Let's go ahead and hop into this next question because I know you're driving, so signal can vary.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir. We're on the
I think we're
road.
back. I think we're back. So you mentioned your team, bro. At this time, bro, can you shout out your team? How long you've been with them, and what do they mean to you today?
I've been at AMP. Is really my home gym in Mobile. When I'm in the Mobile area, we're about a year old now. I left the former gym for like personal reasons and disputes. So AMP, it's run by Blake Jordan, Jake Johnson. It's I think it's in my opinion the best gym in the area in the Gulf Coast area. So um, I mostly do my training there. I got great boxing coaches and Billy Ray and Johnny. So it's a good little home gym. But like I said, we don't really have like as many high level fighters like in the area. I'm probably the highest level fighter. Like I got Blake Anthony, then we got a bunch of other younger guys that's coming up too. But I was really just saying, really, really, is me and Blake Anthony right now in the area that represents Mobile in the South. So you got to branch out. So I drive down to Orlando. It's about a 6 hour drive, and I spent most of my camp down there this past time. So I'm looking to go back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you ever nervous before a fight?
I used to be, and I honestly now I don't really have a whole lot of adrenaline when I get in the fights, which I think sometimes I try to I feel like it's a bad thing because adrenaline can carry you really far, but I don't know. Last fight I didn't have any adrenaline. I was just calm and I just let the fight come to me, kind of like how I do in the gym. So
Mhm.
um, I think it really depends on who I'm fighting. If I feel like this guy can really do something to me, it might have a little more adrenaline. But if I just feel like last fight, I mean, Cody's a good guy and all, but I just feel like I'm better. So
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
really have a whole lot of nerves last fight.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Two-part question because you have a little bit of experience on under your belt. Two-part question: can you detail your best fight and detail your worst fight?
My worst fight, definitely my last Contender Series fight. Getting knocked out in 30 seconds is really
Mm,
fucking bad. So
Ooh,
I
shit.
would say honestly, my last fight though in Mobile, the fight I just had, it was probably definitely my cleanest. I didn't get hit a whole lot. I was moving my head a lot more than normal, and my punches were crisp. And every time they land, like you could tell they landed. They were well calculated. But I would say my most fun fight and the ones that everybody would probably love to see is me and Austin Lingo, that Fury fight I had in Dallas. That a lot of people think like, well, I wouldn't say it's my best fight, but that is definitely my most entertaining fight because we were getting hit a lot. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and even in this most recent fight, of course you finished in the first, but there was some moments and some sequences where you guys were trading at some points. Can you take us through that round or that fight or per se? You know, what I'm saying, because there's not much of a sample size of that fight, but what's your
Well,
analysis?
well, he was really hyped before the fight, like with the pre-fights and stuff, talking about it's going to be a war and stuff. Yeah, I didn't. My coach Cole or the Mazu trainer, head coach right now.
Uh,
Oops, that lose connection. There we go. He told me not to get suckered into that. So letting him let him throw. Like he was throwing a lot more. Like I think like maybe the first 20 seconds of the fight, I don't think I threw a punch. Maybe threw a jab. I was just letting him attack, and then I picked my shots once he started settling down. Once the adrenaline jump starts happening, I started picking my shots, and dropped him. He got a hold of me for a second. He is a black belt, Cody Pfister. Runs his own gym, head coach of their jiu-jitsu program. So I had to just defend, get him off. I was able to get on top. I got up, and after that, I landed pretty solid and put him out. So all in all, I think it was a great performance. I showed a lot of maturity. I think now as a fighter, I wasn't as wild as I normally am, and I was able to show off some of my defensive grappling. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. How often do you train, and what's your diet like?
hold on, I'm losing connection.
No problem. I can repeat
It's
it because
bad here.
that's it. All right.
Yeah,
So
okay, go.
once
We're
again,
good now. We're good.
all right. So how often do you train, and what's your diet like?
Right now my diet is going to be bad this week because it's my week off, but I'm pretty strict. Once I'm in camp and I don't splurge too much. The only time I splurge is this week. So like right now on this road trip, I'm going to eat what I want, and then. But yeah, my strength and conditioning coach Jake Johnson, he meal preps for me, makes all my meals and stuff, and gets me right. And so it's pretty strict. The meals I do 35. I feel like I can go to 35, but I haven't done it yet, so I'm not going to say I can until I do it. But I train 6 times out of the week, so every single day except for Sunday.
All right, all right. Yeah, just making sure everything caught up because it's a little bit laggy, but I think we're good for the next question. I heard everything, so we're good. Appreciate that.
All
Now,
right.
this may be something you have to think about, may not. Of course, no one's perfect, and of course, practice makes perfect, but at the end of the day, you're training for a
Right.
reason. What's something that you would consider not necessarily a weakness, but something that you have to consistently work on?
Uh, right now, I'm moving my head a lot more than I do. So a lot of head movement trainings. What I've been doing, I'm always working my grappling. I'm a really good defensive grappler. You know, offense maybe not as much, but I think the a good base to MMA now these days is anti grappling. So
Mhm.
I really focus on. Nobody's ever been able to hold me down or sub me in a fight or get me anywhere close to like a really bad position grappling wise. But I always stay on top of that because number one, because there's a lot of guys out here that are that are dangerous on the ground, and that'll be their only intent is to get you there, which really will limit my game, which is to stand up, pressure you, and make you fight, make you take bad shots, make you throw. So that's how my style normally is. I just break guys down, and then I finish them.
Oh damn, he must be driving through Alaska, man.
And my defense abilities. But down at Fusion XL, I've been working on it hard, and I feel like last fight here, I showed a little bit better defense than I normally do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one of your fights, well, after one of your fights, in the post fight interview, you said something I thought it was interesting. You said one thing's for certain in life is death, but you said we're gonna raise it up a notch. And two things for certain in life. Go ahead and break it down, man.
Yeah, that was my Dallas fight. You know, that was a crazy fight. I was really feeling myself in the moment there. My cheek was all swollen, but I said I raised the stakes to be fight of the night every time. I was still working on it. I still believe
Damn.
if my opponent is a good enough dance partner, that will happen every time. So I'm hoping to get another shot here in a big promotion like the UFC to be able to get in these fights for everybody because getting in fights like that gets you paid.
For sure, for sure. Once again, let's wait a second because a little choppy. I thought we good. Okay, so on the night of Island fights, I was hopping back and forth from you guys, UFC, and the Keith Thurman from Door fight. So I had literally three events going on fighting. Did you catch Israel Adesanya?
Yeah, I heard about it. I think his fight was happening before mine. He was looking good too, from what I saw, but I forgot what happened. He was winning the fight.
Nah,
One of my friends had like $800 on the Adesanya, so they were in the back talking about it. He's Prince. He was over there like, oh, I'm about to make some money or whatever. And then I literally walk away for like a minute. You know, I'm like stretching out and stuff. I come back. They're like, Joe Pfeiffer just finished him. So I didn't get to
dude,
see the fight, but I saw the finish. And
it
the
was
first
bad.
round, he was looking pretty good though to me. I don't know what happened.
It was
That,
bad. It was
yeah,
no, 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 no. As far as style bender standards, hell
yeah,
no,
yeah. Well,
hell
I
no.
mean, it is what it is. Izzy's now like what 38, and I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
want to.
kind of like
I don't
going
want to
down
hear
the
that shit.
Anderson Silva route. You know what I mean? So he said he's still gonna keep fighting. So we'll see what's up.
But it's like, damn, we remember when Anderson Silva passed the torch, quote unquote, to him and how he looked versus him.
Right.
He- Yes, he had the magnificent finish over Poetan a couple years ago, but other than that, there was no real pass the torch moment for him to ride off in the sunset with. Do you think his legacy has been tarnished by the past 3 years?
Nah, because I mean, people still think of Anderson Silva as the goat, and you know, really only a couple guys have like rode off into the sunset. It's just the sad reality of the game is you got to know when to check out. But you know, it's hard to say like, oh, he should stop fighting, but he's probably getting paid, you know, close to $1 million just to show up. So I mean,
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't think it tarnishes anything because you have to look at who they beat during their prime and stuff. Like, obviously, he's not in his prime anymore, so I don't know. I mean, we'll see what it, like a guy like Ilya who's like ran through everybody right now. We'll see if he sticks around to the point where people can beat him because if he decides to like say beat Gagey here and walk away, it'd be like a Habib thing, like oh nobody ever got him. So it's hard to say. I mean, I still would think that people would think of Adesanya as like a top 10 UFC fighter all time or something like that. But I mean, if you want to be like in the GOAT conversation, it's got to be like some John Jones stuff, you know?
There we go. Other than fighting, of course. What's your favorite sport? Do you have a favorite sport other than fighting?
Yeah, big New Orleans Saints fan.
My dog.
I'd say football for sure. Yeah.
My dog. Who
Yeah, I
that?
see it. You got the Pelicans shirt on. Yeah, let's
Who
go.
that, man?
I didn't see it because it was cut off.
Who that,
Yeah,
man?
yes, sir. Who that?
Nah, I
I
am a
don't
Miami
trust
Heat fan.
Vegas. That's our
For
guy
the for
next year.
for the sake of content, I am a Miami Heat fan, but I do frequent New Orleans a lot. So yeah, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah, yeah. Who that still? I'm a
Yes,
Saint for
sir.
sure.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir. Yes, sir.
damn,
The
damn, you
Pelicans are
opened up.
always sorry, so it's hard to watch them, bro.
Yeah. But the pros to a sorry team is their tickets are cheap when a good team comes in town. So yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
use
yeah.
yeah. What type of music do you do you listen to either before a fight or in training camp?
uh, I really, it really depends on my mood. It's always switching, but I don't really have too much of a go-to. Obviously, my walkout song is "Proud Mary," um, which isn't really like a hype song. Like I don't be listening to it at all really until I like my walkout. It just everybody really likes it in the South area, and kind of like this is about a guy that's like quits his job and gets down on the river and stuff. It's kind of like what I did. I just quit my job and started fighting pretty much. So I feel like I just used that because it's a relatable song, but. It really always changes. I always try to listen to something like DMX or something during the week of the fight or Schoolboy Q, something to get me going.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So far, how many island fights do you have under your belt, and what's it like fighting under island fights?
I think I'm 3-0 under island fights. I think I had 3 fights. Uh, I had an early on one. That was like a 2-0 pro, something like that. But
Mm.
fought for him twice in the past, year and a half. But yeah, it's great. The show in Biloxi, when I fought Zellner on, that was a good fight, fun fight. You guys clipped that one a lot and put it online. Uh, and then this past one was for the belt. So I guess I'm the Island Fights champ now, and maybe I can defend it here if I had another fight, or unless I get picked up somewhere. We'll see what happens with my management. But Dean Toole, Will Covington, Devin Adams, all those guys, Ryan Toole on Island Fights, they all treat me good, and they find me good quality opponents to fight in the showcase, and they don't bring no slouches for me. And the crowd, I like fighting in the ring. I really like the ring a lot because I feel like the
Mm.
ring it makes you fight. You can't just hold somebody on it like a cage. So you find out real quick in like a ring who really wants to be there, who really wants to fight. So I love island fights. It's definitely one of my favorite promotions I fought for, if
That's
not
what's
my
up.
favorite.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I never thought of that aspect. That's what's up. Now, can you explain your fight mode? What do you have to do? What is that? Well, can you describe it? What does entering fight mode consist of, and how long does it take for you to leave fight mode?
I leave fight mode pretty much when I get out the ring after I fight or cage, whichever it may be. It doesn't really get too hard for me to get into fight mode. I know what I have to do, and I'm prepared for the outcome, whether it's me knocking them out or them knocking me out. It is what it is. So I don't really try to stress about it too much. I don't really stress about it at all, really. But I'm in the back waiting to go like an hour before, and then I'm like, all right, fuck, here I go. I gotta do this now. So it doesn't. It's just like a switch for me. I just flick it on, and I get it done one way or the other. So you just have to have a peace with the outcome. You can't really be like, I have to win this fight, or if I lose this fight, that's everything. I whatever happens happens. That's just always been my mindset since I've been a pro.
For sure, for sure. Give me your top five fighters of all time.
Oof, of all time, I could just be a homeboy right here, right? I could be like Mike Barnett, Brandon Davis, Mark Coker, Blake Anthony, Brock Weaver. There we go. Logan Tillman, that's 6. There you go. Those
Now
are my
let's get for
dogs.
real.
There we go. Okay. All right.
are you solid?
I
I
think
mean,
the greatest fighter of all time. I'll go ahead and say it. I think it's Ilya Taporia. That guy is
mm,
special, man. So that's my number one. Uh, John Jones at 2. That might be controversial, but man, dude, Ilya, I feel like just just how he beats everybody. Like John Jones, he ran through people back in the day, like Rampage and all these guys. But like, I feel like the fighters now today are so much better than they were then, and a lot of the guys that John Jones beat were on the older side when he was coming up, and he cleaned out the division. But Ilya's beating guys like Max that never been knocked out before, just schooling them. So I feel like Ilya, John Jones, GSP, Anderson Silva. Who would I put at five, man? Huh? Who? Oh, Chuck Liddell. That's like my all-time guy. He's not top five. Yeah. Oh, you asked my favorites or the goats?
Just your top five, however you want to rank.
Yeah. I don't know who to put at five. Just throw Chuck Liddell in it for the classic.
Respect, respect, respect. So if it ever were to happen, you got Ilya over Islam?
I do.
Ooh.
But at 170, it might be different. That's kind of crazy. That's a big weight jump for a guy because Ilya, what? It's 5'6", I think.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's 5'6", 170. I don't even know how it's gonna work.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a fight that a lot of people want to see, including myself. I'm going Islam. Islam, as far as active, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably my top five as far as active right now. Uh, just a couple more questions. So I don't want to keep you too long. I want you to enjoy your ride and everything.
It's a long trip. So.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. This one, I ain't gonna say it's controversial. Like I say, it's definitely subjective. It's a two-part question. In your opinion, can you give me the most overrated fighter and the most underrated fighter?
Damn, bro. I don't know. I don't even know because honestly, man, I don't really be like keeping up with like the fights too
Okay,
much like that. So a lot of
okay.
lower level guys. I mean, shit. Let's see who's underrated. I like a lot. Fuck. I don't know. I don't like to call people overrated either because like if I call this guy overrated and then like one day I have to call somebody overrated that's probably not in the division they can fight me. So yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I don't. If you're in the UFC, you're fucking good, bro. That's all I'll say, dude. Nobody's a straight slouch that's in the UFC. So
I
I wouldn't
respect
think
it.
anybody's overrated.
I respect that. I respect that. Who's the most famous person you've met during this while in this career? Who's the most famous person you've met so far?
Fighter wise, I say Justin Gagey. I met him
Mm.
when I was an amateur. When they were having the Atlanta fights, it was Poirier versus Max. I think it was like 2019, somewhere around there. It was the second one for the interim belt. The night Adesanya he fought Kelvin Gastelum that night. That was a good card. And my boy Brandon Davis opened the card, the first fight of the night against Randy Costa. Shout out that. But anyways, I met Justin Gagey. I had to go to the bathroom and he just walked out while I was walking in. So I'd say Justin Gagey, fighter wise and
Di-
everything. I mean,
Didn't
because
care if he
I met
washed his
Drew
hands or
Brees
nothing.
before, but
What?
you know,
That's my goal. God damn
yes,
it.
sir.
Now, give me your favorite fight movie.
Uh, Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James. Dude, that's a good ass MMA movie, dude. Come on. They got Bass Rutten, bro. That's like the best. That's like the best MMA movie they made. Fighting movie.
Hey, bro, it's all subjective, bro. There's no wrong answer. This is what you like.
That's right.
Nah, this is a dope interview, man. Last question, bro. I'm gonna leave it off on this. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, hopefully in a high level promotion like the UFC. I do see myself there. I know I have the abilities, and I think I have the right team now down at Fusion, being able to train at Fusion with all those high level guys and back home. So it's really just up to me to fucking do it. So when the next opportunity comes, they say third time's a charm. So I'll be sure to get it done this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, I appreciate you for coming on the platform and blessing me with your time. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do this, especially when you
Sir,
out enjoying yourself. But once again, congratulations.
I
Be
appreciate it.
sure to be sure to keep an eye out for this man, because you know what I'm saying, professional fighters, it's a lot of people that say they want to fight, but you know what I'm saying, people that actually reach that plateau or surpass that standard, yo, there's something to watch out for sure, bro. Tell the people who you are one last time and where they can find you, bro.
I'm Cam Teague. You follow me on Instagram at the real Cam Teague, and stay tuned. I think we got big things coming up, as my management tells me. So hopefully, here in the next week or so, we see what comes to fruition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Signing out. I appreciate it once again. Thank you.
Thank you.